All right, today I want to just talk quickly about Tan Sao in Wing Chun. I mean, there's this whole misconception, I guess, when you're looking at something from the outside and not feeling it is two different things. You ever seen, let's say, a UFC fight, and from this angle, you might see the guy go like this, I'm going to hit your jaw, but it doesn't look like I hit him from that angle, and he gets knocked out. But then if I turn and get a different camera angle and doing the exact same thing, and he dropped his right hand and boom, you could see from that angle that I got the actual shot. So sometimes angles are hard. Even in this angle where the camera is pointing up, you're going to see something different. So let's just clear that real quick. Now, as far as energy is concerned, you will not feel the energy through this. But what you can do is probably see the effects of the energy. So a Tan Sao, for example, we're traditionally told, like, when this comes in, you got this as the Tan Sao as your cover. Now, what you don't feel, but you see, is you think when he does that Tan Sao that he's putting that energy over there, because you see this. Boom, and you think that energy is going over there. But this is just, imagine like a Captain America shield, okay? But the energy from the elbow is going into my center. So even though this Tan right here, like the Captain America shield, looks like it's going that way, I feel the energy coming into me. So here's this angle again, which looks like it's radiating that way, but the energy I feel is it coming into me. So when I go boom, I feel this. And because it's coming into me, regardless of what you see from this side, this is very dangerous right here. So he's literally 1 inch away from blasting. So the beauty behind a Tan Sao like this is that the cover itself is an actual impactful, offensive, hurting charge. So when I go as hard as I can with this, I'm feeling this on the inside where all of these little capillaries and veins are at, and I feel the effect. The harder I punch him, the harder it hurts me. And then because he covered it and he's so close, he just moves in for the shot. So I'm just gonna do like one little thing like that, and I want you to do the exact same time and get that fist right in there. Yes. So same thing, we're here, we're moving, I go, yeah, boom! Boom. Okay. Now he was able, excuse me, to do that because that energy was always towards me. Now you just have to take my word for it, or you can come down and feel it. But that energy is indeed forward. But don't let your eyes fool you. It might look like it's not forward. Now there's another Tan Sao, and this one is not covering per se something like that, but it's an entry. So let's just say he threw his jab, or in boxing, his one to my face. Boom, okay? Now, I might use this as a Tan, and I'm going to use this as a Pak, okay? So this Pak Sao and my Tan Sao. And the Tan is still going to have the elbow energy facing forward, even though this is going to radiate looking like a shield going that way. So he comes in and boom, and this energy is going into his center. But the hand itself, because of the angle, looks like it's going over there. So primarily, when I do a shot like that, because he's at an angle, just like most fighters would be, when I do this with my Tan, this elbow energy is going to his center. But this here is, if you can imagine, these quadrants. So he's got his left hip, his left shoulder, his right hip, and his right shoulder. I'm trying to press this in to his right shoulder from this angle. So not only am I covering that, hitting the nerve, but then I step in with it, and that's where the time happens fast. So I'm gonna do the same thing. You do that one, and boom, and here I am. So again, what you don't see is the crashing of the knee, man, shot, or elbow. But all of these things only can happen if I cover up that space by getting the position and then making sure my energy goes into him. So something like this, you have to feel. Are we faking it? I mean, I could tell you right now, I'm going to punch.
No, we've been doing this for a long time, and the conditioning part is the best part.
That conditioning right there, when he hits me here, you can do that a million times. And let me tell you, a million times is going to still hurt me. That's why you condition for that, and vice versa. Now, if you're doing this to somebody who has absolutely no conditioning, and we're being nice, actually, because when he does that tan in this case, even though that energy still hurts me, there's still flesh here. So if he wanted to do a bill, and I came in and he did a bill, whoa, now there's bone against my little flesh here with the veins. And again, that same exact energy, same position with the footwork so that he could be in position to chain punch, to elbow, do whatever. But when you're talking about another art, or even if you're in the same art and you're critiquing, right? You're in a position from your cushy home to critique and talk about what the energy should be and where the hand should be. You can't see energy. You can see the effects of the energy, but more importantly, the character is always there, even though you're looking at it from a different perspective or a different angle. All right. So my main thing, and I think this is something we agree on, is I don't critique people, at least directly, and that's, you know, that's to each his own. But I think that when you critique anybody, not even just our art, any art in general, I think it's a good idea to first study what you're looking at and understand, well, obviously it had some sort of impact. It had some sort of impact. So what you might call wrong is obviously not wrong. I'm going to go, we're going to make another video doing a Gung Sao and doing the actual Pak Saos and all that other Saos. But in this case, I just wanted to show you with the Tan Sao, just two different ways and that the energy can be pushed. And as you can see, he's not faking it. I'm not faking it. We're not lying to you. That energy is real. And unless you actually feel it, it's kind of hard to really fully grasp and see on video. Again, are we lying?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's one of those things where you got to feel the deflection and understand what actual deflection and parry feels like.
Yes, exactly. And when you feel it, as simple or quote unquote as simple as it may look, when you invoke pain, so if this was my arsenal, I'm a right-handed, you know, blue-blooded, just type of fighter, and I go to throw this and then he puts that tan in there, bam! Now, not only am I getting hit with this tan with a shot in a place I'm just not conditioned or used to doing, most people, but I don't know if you recognize that backhand there, okay? So you got two pains, which is pain one, the pain of this hitting the inside of my arm, and the pain of this punch hitting me dead in my solar plex. Two pains, one cover in one shot at one time. We're going to be doing some more videos. Again, keep an eye out for everything. Of course, like I always say, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or just silly billy nonsense, write it anyway. I'll vet it out and see if it's worth responding to. All right, guys? Peace.